latest chapter of a historic rivalry. It's the Giants and the Eagles under the lights on Monday night.
This is the NFL on EA Sports as we join you from the so-called Space City, Houston, Texas. Tonight, it's our first Monday night game of the new season. We've got a game coming up as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Eagles of Houston.
Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, a new season finally here. We had the great one Thursday night. All sorts of intrigue in the games yesterday, and now we put a bow on this first weekend with a good one here tonight.
We do put a spotlight on key games, don't we? Even key nights. Thursday night has become a spotlight night. How about Sunday night? But there still is some magic to playing on Monday night, and these two teams are feeling it.
And we are underway from Houston. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. The former number 6 overall pick of 2019, Daniel Jones, trots out to lead this New York Giants offense.
I still remember when he was drafted, there was a little bit of controversy about how high he was selected by the New York Giants, but his talents were revealed. He can make every throw in the book. Surprisingly good athlete. As long as he takes care of the football, doesn't turn it over, he can really make plays.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Jones out to the flat, and that's caught. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley.
And able to steer clear of that first tackler as he works his way forward for about 4.
From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6.
Throwing Jones. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Okay, so roughing the passer, and I've got to imagine that's the last thing you want to see week 1 as your quarterback taking an unnecessary hit.
I think you're exactly right about that. You hate it any week, but boy, are you on target. This is, just depending on him to take him through 17 games, so you definitely can't let him get hurt right now.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
2nd and 10. Jones with a handoff to Barkley.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Now Jones.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be coverage by Houston.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield. Mission accomplished. Points on the board.
So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And for this young rookie making his first NFL start, a moment he's been waiting for since draft day.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week, and that's caught.
Inside the 30. Touchdown, Houston. 79 yards. And the Eagles have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point up and good. Sanders. And it's a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Well, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Jair Elam makes a pick, and he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Sanders now to add the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. Dangerous stuff. Lucky to have recovered because when the defense got it, they were already in the shadow of the goalpost.
And then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Going deep here for Watkins. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Houston. Chris Watkins. Career touchdown number 136. Tying it with Marshall Faulk for 7th on the all-time list. And the Eagles are looking good here in the season openers, are able to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. And the Giants ready to come out now. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
I was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the
And this will be a Giants first down as he gets it up past the 35.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. Throwing on second and long. Jones, he finds his man, complete. It's Perez. Just a gain of a couple there. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on third and long. Operating from the gun, Jones. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to fourth down. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Able to slither by. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over first and 10. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Eagles. Chris Watkins doing it again with his third touchdown here in the opening quarter.
And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point and good by Sanders.
And the rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. New York set to take the field.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
A yard all they need, but it's third down.
They'll try to run forward Barkley. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. And the Giants send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others.
And the Giants are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field.
But Charles, they're really stringing these possessions and scores together early. We're still in the first quarter, but if they can score again here, look out.
Yeah, and as you taught me when we're broadcasting games, one word we're supposed to avoid, and that's blowout. But that's exactly what's going on here. Down 3 possessions just the first quarter. That goes beyond any worst-case scenario we might have thought coming into this game. And another touchdown here, that should eliminate any hopes for any type of a comeback.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw.
And that one complete downfield to Allen.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Samuel. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Eagles are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
And now out come the Giants.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
A good job in coverage there. Read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. The incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Now Jones on 3rd down. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. DeForest Buckner in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And taken right at the 35. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Houston set to take over. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it here. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. Jones throwing to start the drive.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Now Jones. Oh, and Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Eagles are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
Well, there are several factors at play for why they face this deficit right now, Charles, but well, that's now 3 interceptions that he has thrown and just giving the football away.
Down the numbers. There he goes.
Now inside the 25.
Touchdown, Houston. Great play there. Making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Eagles have got it on cruise control. Extra point and good by Sanders. And a rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Giants going to take over again on offense. And 3 interceptions in this game, and I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. The offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. On 1st and 10, Jones. He finds his man complete. That's Perez. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
At the 44-yard line.
Off play action. Jones. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. 43 yards rushing forward now to this point.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. That's caught. It's Waller.
Touchdown, Giants. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Giants get a bit closer. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
so they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that will cut this lead down to 25. After the made field goal, here's Sly to kick this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
The Eagles coming out as they get ready.
And, Charles, the name of the game last time, efficiency. Their very first snap, they connected for a quick touchdown.
They get more value than just the points from that series as well. Only needing one play, it keeps the entire offense rested up.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Well, looks like they'll move things around here.
Off the play fake. Samuel, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And it'll be 1st and goal at the 7-yard line. Pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. A big loss there of about 7 yards on 1st and goal, so now it's 2nd down. Up the middle with Barkley. This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10.
Hang on a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
Operating from the gun, Jones. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A bad 3rd down mistake there.
Points were already on the board in their mind. And that's the worst part about it, right? Because it's just like in golf. Never count it in the cup until it rolls in there. Otherwise, you can really get messed up with your scores. In this case, you know.
Touchdown! A big play. Now with his 3rd touchdown in his first ever NFL game.
And the Eagles just continue to roll.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. Robin's on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field.
Last time out, remember, they fumbled the football. That led to the touchdown. And, Charles, they were in the red zone, so that's a backbreaker. They got to try to pick up the pieces here on this drive.
Yeah, and I actually started to do the math here, so be patient with me. 12-point swing is the way I calculate it, because not only did they drop the ball in the red zone, they watched the opponent score a touchdown right after that. So their goal, have a drive here and try and get some of those points back.
Okay, here we go. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the save. Damone Clark fought his way through and buried him behind the line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And the Giants send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Let's take it inside his own 40. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing to start the drive. Samuel, he's going to take a shot right away for the end zone.
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Samuel, he's going to go up top again. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. 33 yards.
And the Eagles extend their lead yet again.
Extra point and good by Sanders. And the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Jones now to throw on 3rd down.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is taken at the 23. And running with power here. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. An excellent return that time, 26 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Off play action. Samuel flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
Off the play fake. Samuel. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Oh, they're changing this at the line.
On 4th down, Samuel. Flushed out right. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Delay of game, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal.
They'll set up to run the quarterback draw.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Now they'll try and set up the quarterback draw here.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. This is caught.
Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
A final shot before break. Samuel, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. And he's into the clear. And he brings it back. Can you believe it? An offensive disaster on the final.
They just had to hold on to the ball.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone.
Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter.
Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
There he goes, right side.
Down the sideline he goes. And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25.
A huge play there for Houston. 61 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Looking to throw. Samuel. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. The end result, 21 yards.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Eagles are pouring it on. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And bulldozing his way through. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Here's Jones, throwing to start the drive. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Working free to drop it for the sack there was Amari Barno. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage. But not much more than that. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but it's incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at him that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
And the Giants send out their punter now, standing just about on his own goal line. Returnable here from the 38. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over.
Eagles offense back out, getting set for this next drive. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
And with the way things have gone so far tonight, I figured this was going to be a touchdown because he's wide open. But instead, the ball's laid out just a bit too far, and they come up empty.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. On first down, Samuel. His throw incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable, usually an excellent target, and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
He finds his target, Allen. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll look to throw again. And that's going to be caught front. Eagles touchdown. 6 yards away.
And the Eagles have got it on cruise control.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Possession of the football going back over to the Giants. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Jones, and just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And he's able to get out to the 32. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And the Giants send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And we'll see what he can do on the return. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Houston's offense taking over again. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was...
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 46.
There he goes again.
And finally marked down at the 23.
It's another 1st down as they bite off 23 more on that
one. Looking to throw. Samuel. Touchdown, Eagles. 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Eagles get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Extra point and good by Sanders. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. And a touchdown apparently not enough. They want more, an onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
To throw on 3rd down. Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 13 yards, good for a Giant 1st down. Barkley, inside handoff. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now Jones to throw on 2nd down. And this is caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
Barkley will score. Touchdown, New York.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Still comfortably on top, third quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10.
Going deep here for Allen.
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
Oh, that's one as a quarterback where you put both hands on your helmet and say, I can't believe I just did that. If he puts a little more touch on that ball, the receiver's still running. Instead, it's just an incomplete pass.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. On 3rd down, Samuel. That is caught. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Back to throw again. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Under pressure, they got him again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
And that is too far out in front of his intended target. Incomplete. CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. But he wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? No. You can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Operating from the gun, Jones. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. 10 yards out.
And the Giants get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Now, this opening game has certainly not gone their way to this point, but yeah, that touchdown may be a glimmer of hope for the long season ahead.
And no one in this league likes to talk about moral victories. No one likes to really just say, okay, well, maybe something went right. But you're exactly right about that. A little glimmer there, maybe they can carry it over moving forward.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
And now out comes Houston.
You just kind of feel for the defense right now. This deficit, they have not been able to stop them the entire game, Charles. And some hands on hips, some long faces out there on the defensive side. They're like, oh my gosh, we got to face these guys again here.
Yeah, people don't understand how hard it is when you're on the side that's being dominated to keep your head up and continue to play hard. And that's what they're going through right now, trying to find that pride inside of them to allow them to continue to fight, even though they are down huge in this game.
He's going to look deep for Watkins. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown.
Here's Watkins. 81 yards. And the closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. This one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Oh, a little cruel here. They're going to go for the onside kick up big. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. To throw again, Jones. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Jones throwing on 3rd and long. And this is going to be incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit, and once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the fourth quarter, and now can really take some time off the clock.
And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown!
Continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the fourth.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Oh, this is a touch cruel here. They've got the big lead. Now they're going for the jugular with the onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants.
Illegal touching. Offense.
Yeah, we saw that one up here, CD. Offensive team, they touched that before it went 10 yards.
Obviously such a fine line, letting it go the required 10 yards, but also getting to it before the hands team can. Just didn't time it out right, and that results in a flag.
An injury stoppage, and it looks like, yeah, it's the quarterback, Daniel Jones, receiving some assistance. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring them.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. There he goes.
Make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game.
And he put enough leg into it, but it's well off to the right and no good. And they will remain well behind.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. 51 yards. And the Eagles just continue to roll. Yet another touchdown in what has just been a high-scoring affair, a fun one to watch. And it's the rookie quarterback, Charles, coming through with yet another touchdown pass to pad the lead.
Did we come into this game where defense was optional? Because it certainly feels that way, right? But when you look at the scoreboard, this rookie, he has his team moving at a little bit quicker pace than his opponents. The entire offense is going to get plenty of praise, but I think these coaches have to be especially happy with what their quarterback has done.
And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play call.
In trouble, and he's taken down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Jones now from the gun on third down. And that is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And out now come the Eagles. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out with this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Off play action. Samuel. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
Going deep here for Watkins. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Here's Jones throwing to start the drive. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like in the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Back to throw. Jones. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Giants first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6. Looking to throw. Jones. Pressure comes and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Jones. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. Back to throw. Jones. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Jair Elam makes a pick. And the Eagles are going to get the football here at their own 23. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Now that's to the left sideline and incomplete. Well, let's face it, not a lot left for them to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you could always get the backups some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, let's face it, they just want to run the score up. It's fun.
I love the way that you expressed that because you gave plenty of reasons why people like to do things. But ultimately, they just like to keep their foot on the gas, and they just want to tromp on teams. And what I like to see is, if you like to do that, how do you handle it when it comes back against you? On those days where someone can run it up on you, do you handle it the way that you expect your opponent to? If so, keep doing your thing.
On 4th down, Samuel. And Allen's got it. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Going deep here for Allen. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
And now an audible here into something else. Off the play fake. Samuel, he lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
Off play action. Samuel, he's going to look deep for Watkins. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach. And maybe you and I should attend that press conference to see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly will have some explaining to do. Throwing on 1st down, Samuel.
Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to bring up second down. Looking to throw. Samuel. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. Back to throw. Samuel. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
To throw on second down. Samuel to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, CD, simply put, if anyone around the league wasn't paying attention to them to start the season, they will be heading into Week 2. This has been an impressive Week 1 performance.
They've certainly announced that they are ready to go, haven't they? They wanted to send a message out to the rest of the league. You better put your arm.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great...
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants.
Throwing Jones. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
These guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand-new season, but this was a division game here in Week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division, you knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for Houston, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they obviously